All right. So I'm doing a spoiler review of Dragon Ball Superhero. So as the title suggests, if you don't want to get spoiled, listen in. Now, I'm going to do a spoiler review just for people who just can't wait. And I'm usually one of those people. So please support. I want to say August 11th, August 19th, one of those dates is going to come out US. Please support the movie. I will be there, even though I'm doing a non-spoiler and spoiler review. Please watch the movie because we want to see more movies and more and more and more. So here we go. All right. So the movie starts with the Red Ribbon Army. You got the main bad guy, the president, and what they call it is Red Pharmacy now. I'm just gonna call it Red Pharma. But you have the short back guy who's over the god or whatever. He's trying to recruit I call him Dr. Smalls, but his name is actually Dr. Hito. He's the grandson of Dr. Gero. He's not Android 16's son. They didn't have he didn't have a son. So Dr. Gero had two sons. You had Android 16, which he died. He modeled that Android off of his son. And then he had another son who had, a wife or whatever. They died in something. I think in the movie it says car crash or something. And then you have Dr. Hito. Dr. Hito is a genius. He's known for doing some like bad stuff. So when you meet him, he's getting out of jail, getting out of prison for doing some weird shit. I can't remember. All right. So that happens. So he convinces him, the president of the Red Ribbon Army, also known as Red Pharma, convinces him, hey, I'll pay you so much money. I want to say it was 300 million yen, or 300 billion yen or something like that, which I think it equates to like $30 million per android, something like that. So he's like, hey, do it. Dr. Hito's like, I'll do it, but not because you're paying me, because I just want to further my science, because he's technically like a known for making androids or biomechanical creatures or whatever. So he wants to do like his best work, and he's like a big fan of like superheroes. So hence the title, you kind of get that up front. Superhero, boom, bam, you're good to go. All right. So usually after that, you're jumping into the storyline of Goku and Vegeta. Now, I'm going to preface this to say there is a funny moment that happens after all this, but it kind of starts with them. Or I might be kind of jumping back and forth, but here's the B storyline, and I'll give you the A storyline. So B storyline, Goku and Vegeta, they're gonna be fighting, but Goku's trying to train Broly to control his power. So he's like sparring with Broly. Broly kind of gets out of control. He's like, hey, watch me and Vegeta. So him and Vegeta start sparring or whatever to, show Broly how to fight, how to spar, how to control his power or whatever. We find out in this scene that Beerus has a little crush on Chile, the little thickum short hair from the Broly movie. So, Broly's still hanging out with Chile and what's his name? The little skinny old man looking, thing from the Broly movie that made the wish. So you're on Beerus's planet helping Broly train or whatever. But Beerus wakes up, he gets a crush on her. So he's like, hey, I want some ice cream. You come too. The whole Beerus Tsundere thing. All right, so that happened. So that's the B storyline. Goku and Vegeta start sparring to show Broly. That's the last that you're going to see of that until later on in the freaking movie, which is it's a funny moment. I'll put it in my non-spoiler review. All right, so it kind of picks up with Piccolo. Piccolo was doing like the dad things, all that kind of stuff. So Piccolo is training. He goes to see Pan. Pan is training with him. Pan's I want to say 3. But Pan's like her whole thing is she can't fly. She can fight, she just can't fly. And then the whole thing is like once you learn how to fly, like once you get it, like it'll be easier. But just learning it once you get the weight off your shoulders, you're good to go. So we see Gamma 2 show up after Piccolo, drops her off at school or something like that. And Gamma 2 and Piccolo, they fight. So Gamma 2 is actually a little stronger than Piccolo. And Piccolo acts like he's defeated or whatever. But Gamma 2 is pretty cocky. So he flies off. He basically gets followed by Piccolo to their base. Piccolo beats somebody up, and then Piccolo goes undercover. So while he's undercover, he learns that there's 2 Gammas, Gamma 1, Gamma 2. They're both they're both told that the Goku, all the people who defeated Cell, all the superhuman beings, and they're kind of on the nose about the whole alien thing, like people are from outer space or whatever. But they think they're like some evil organization, and their base of operations is Capsule Corp, which is kind of funny. Is like, yeah, that's true, but it's like the opposite. They're saving the planet instead of being like evil. And the president, he knows that they're the evil people. They're trying to take over the world, but they're trying to actually save the world. Anyway, so they got the new androids, Gamma 1, Gamma 2, convinced that, yeah, Goku, Piccolo, Gohan, all the Z fighters, they're actually evil. But so Piccolo kind of goes undercover with them, and they go to kidnap Pan from school to basically incentivize Gohan to come so they can try to capture Gohan or kill him or whatever. So Piccolo goes with his other henchmen or whatever, goes to Pan school. They basically, he knocks the dude out because Pan's strong anyway. Pan's gonna beat the dude up. So basically Piccolo's like, hey, we capture. Piccolo gets Pan to play along, and that's kind of a theme of the movie, to where Piccolo is trying to get Pan to play along with being kidnapped to make Gohan get back in like the fighting spirit. Because we see Gohan, he got the glasses, he's studying. Piccolo actually at one point makes Gohan, he does the clothes beam thing. He makes Gohan wear his clothes, the weighted clothes, so he can actually train while he's like studying, working on his reports or whatever. All right. So they capture Pan, they go back to Gohan, and again, Piccolo's in disguise. Gohan doesn't recognize it. It's at the beginning, it's not looking good for Gohan, but Gohan rages, and basically he gets mad that, hey, Pan's captured, and he goes to the Red Ribbon Army. Now, before then, and I'm skipping a little bit, and I apologize, but before then, Piccolo leaves the Red Ribbon Army the first time he went undercover, and he makes a wish on the Shenron or whatever. Bulma is grabbing the Dragon Balls to once every so often. Hey, I want my crow's feet on my eyes to be gone. She wants to look younger without actually saying, hey, Dragon, make me 10 years younger. Like they did with Kid Goku. She's just doing like facial features. Hey, I want to use the dragon to make my, wrinkles go away. Stuff like that. I want to be 2 inches taller. Whatever. But fast forward, Piccolo does the Shenron wish, and he says, "Hey, I want to unlock my latent ability, like what's his name? Shit, the big dude off of Namek, Super Kame Guru. All right, sorry, a bridge reference. All right, so he unlocks Piccolo's power, but he also gives Piccolo a bonus we don't find out later. So basically, fast forward, Gohan goes to confront the Red Ribbon Army. He starts fighting Gamma 1. Piccolo reveals himself um a little later, but he notices that Gohan's a little struggling a little bit. So there's a scene where Piccolo, it's in the trailer because all these screenshots are from the trailer, but Piccolo makes it seem like he's grabbing Pan and he makes Pan scream like, "Help, Daddy." But if you look at the picture that's going to be on the screen right now, you see that Piccolo's other hand is supporting Pan's feet. So she's not like getting choked. But the screen is so quick in the trailer, you think that she's been like, harmed or whatever, and she's really not. So Gohan gets mad. He does the Mystic Gohan, the Ultimate Gohan, or whatever. So he starts beating on Gamma 1. When that happens, Piccolo undresses. He does, Piccolo versus Gamma 2, Part 2, or whatever. So Gamma 2 starts kind of beating on Piccolo a little bit. But then Piccolo goes into what I call Orange Piccolo. And he starts beating him up or whatever. It's like a stronger, a little bit buffer Piccolo. So at this moment, when Gohan gets mad at Gamma 1, he's like, "Why are y'all doing this? Like, it's not right." Gamma 1 and Gamma 2, they're made to be superheroes. So they start questioning, like, yeah, why are we doing this? They don't seem like they're evil. So basically, the Red Ribbon Army president, Red Pharma, he starts, like, Dr. Hito, whatever, I don't care. I want you to unleash this cell, and I fucking forgot to mention that. I apologize. So he made the two gammas, but there's also a incubated cell tank that basically he's making a new cell. He said the cell is finished, body wise, but it's going to take a while for him to get the programming to follow actual, or else if he unleashes, he's going to be berserk. So, and that was in an earlier scene while Piccolo was undercover. So basically, Gamma 1, Gamma 2 start saying, like, you know what? Yeah, y'all ain't bad guys. We just got told wrong. Dr. Hito runs and tries to stop the president. The president unleashes the cell or whatever, and he's like form 2 cell, but he's huge. He's huge. He's fast. Like, he has more power. Whatever. So basically, they fight. They're losing. There's a weak point that Dr. Hito built in, where if you fire enough energy at Cell's forehead, the top of his head or whatever, between the I call it the crown, you can defeat him. He'll be defeated, but he'll do a self-destruct sequence as soon as that happens. So the goal is to get everybody to do that. So you got Gohan, you got Piccolo, you got the two Gammas, Krillin shows up, Bulma's there, and then Trunks and Goten show there, and finally they're freaking older. Don't have a screenshot, but they're older than what they usually do, and they fuse. The good and bad thing is that we get them older, but the bad thing is they fuse into the fat version of themselves, which barely has any fighting capability. But it's funny. So you get all of those. Again, fat Gotenks actually does the fat rush thing that's in all the video games, cracks Cell's head, but that's not enough or whatever. So they're kind of beaten up. Piccolo gives Gohan a sense of being to power up to do one final blast while Piccolo like holds Big Cell off. And what happens before, or actually right at that moment, Gamma 2, which seems throughout the whole movie, he seems like the immature one. versus, Gamma 1. He goes on like this self-sacrifice thing, like, hey, I'll finish it. Y'all kind of keep him distracted. So he goes into the atmosphere and does this dive bomb of just pure energy. And we know androids have a lot of energy and they're stronger than the original androids, but he does a dive bomb straight towards his head. Cell ends up kind of putting his arm in the way. He loses the arm or hand or something like that. And he doesn't crack. Gamma 2's dead, unfortunately. But Piccolo has the orange form, but Shenron gave him a bonus. And the bonus is that he can go giant too. The good thing is he can tangle with Cell. The bad thing is it doesn't really increase his power. He still has the same amount of power. He's just bigger. So he can actually, grab him a little bit more. So while he's distracting him, he says, Gohan, hey, strongest attack, whatever. I want you to power up in this in one thing. So here's the best part of the movie. Now, all the Gohan moments, Gohan getting mad, Gohan's like, hey, don't fuck with Pan, all that good stuff. Here's the fucking Gohan moment. So Piccolo gets defeated, and he does like the Cell does the I got my fist in the air. It's like the Goku versus Burter scene on Namek, where he's defeated Burter, and he has him like on his abdomen, crunched over with his fist in the air, kind of thing. So he does that to Piccolo, and like Piccolo's eyes are white. That's either dead or knocked out. It's ambiguous in most anime, but Gohan loses it, powers up, goes into this what I think is called the La Blanca form. Um, you know, white hair, red eyes. That shit looks dope. And this isn't the best part. So it's like they pulled from like Super Saiyan 2 transformation, which is my favorite Gohan ever. And he's wearing the get up, the purple gi, the red band. Like, this shit is fucking amazing. Like, and the animation didn't even bother me at this point. But the thing that got me is that the music stops. Like, it's kind of, he transforms, the music stops. There's this dark, ominous feeling to it. And you get to see smirky, cocky Gohan again. Obviously, the things that they told him not to do, like, hey, just finish the fight. He smirks, he laughs, he does the, you fucking see the goddamn picture. All right, but it's so good. It's so good. So Cell at this point is scared. Like, he does something, Gohan's like, oh, is that it? And then he like kicks him or whatever. It's literally like legit Cell versus Gohan 2 back in the day. But Gohan is older. He's fucking more powerful. We got a more powerful Cell. It's kind of a whatever. All right, so anyway, does the smirk, does the other smirk. And then Piccolo, still alive or whatever, he does the stretchy arm holding Cell in place so Gohan can, finish it all in one go. Here's the fucking thing. Here's the moment that I was like, this is their goddamn father and son movie. Gohan, and I can't show this because it's not in the trailer, and all I have is the poor quality copy, but Gohan does the Makenka Sampo, the special beam cannon. I think I said that right. And the moment that they do like this zoom out and zoom in on Gohan with the two fingers on his forehead doing the actual special beam cannon, it's just so much of a tribute to, I respect you, Piccolo. I might be stronger than you, but fucking hell, let me finish this dude off with your technique instead of my dad's Kamehameha. And it's just the fucking the best tribute that I can think of that you can give somebody. And I got goosebumps, man. I got goosebumps on that scene. Again, watching the movies. If you don't watch it, the movie, support it. somehow. I'll give your money. It needs all the money. The animation isn't what we expected, but it doesn't take away from it. On the animation part too, like there's a couple of scenes where I get now why they did the animation. It takes a while to get used to, but there's a couple scenes where there's ah, if you ever seen My Hero Academia, and there's a guy from class 2A, where he does attacks, but he does it as manga sounds, like the bam, kapow, or whatever. There's the reason why the animation is there is because of the graphics to show. I'll throw some screenshots here, but you get what I'm saying. So the movie's over, like they power down, um, all well and good. Again, this whole movie is just about Piccolo trying to get Gohan back in the groove, Gohan getting back in the groove, paying tribute. It's a Gohan movie. So at the end, and I busted out laughing on this scene. At the end, we go back to Beerus's planet at the end of Goku and Vegeta's fight. Vegeta wins. He's like, Kakarot finally beat you. And then the other people are like, they're so freaking stupid. Like, what? This is dumb. Like, they're just fighting and then they, passed out or whatever. But you see a close up on Broly and the other dude from the Broly movie just bawling their eyes out crying. And it's just the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life. Because they're the whole reason why they were watching in the first place is so Broly could learn how two Saiyans fight to the finish. And then they took like all day fighting. And then Vegeta wins and they both pass out and Broly's just up there crying. All right, y'all. Like the video, subscribe if you want to. Just even if you don't do that. August 11th, August 19th, I cannot remember. I apologize. I'm doing this all in one go. Watch the movie, because I'm going to watch the movie. I'm probably going to watch it twice, because it's going to be better quality. But support the movie. Support all the anime movies that come to theaters. Jujutsu Kaisen was the last one I watched. My Hero Academia was the one before that. Watch Broly premiere. That was nuts. Go support the content. Go support the animators. Let them keep coming to US. Let them keep doing it so we don't have to wait 6 months. Y'all don't understand. Like 10 years ago, you get a movie released in Japan, that movie would release 6-8 months, not even in theaters. You have to find it online after the fact. The old Bleach days, the Naruto days, it was rough. But now they got them in theaters. I'm looking forward to the One Piece Red movie. Hopefully, when that comes out, we don't have to wait long for it to come out in theaters here. But thank you. Peace and love. Y'all have a good one.